Okay, hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. We're going to try to power this laptop and these other charging devices with the All-Powers 28 watt panel. So I'm not quite sure if it's going to handle the old laptop there or not, but I know it'll have no problem with these, I think. So I've got another battery too. I was really wanting to put it through its pace and see if it could charge both the batteries. I don't know what microphone I'm using on this phone. So anyway, the all-power unit, I have to get it laid out here, get the cables out, and the adapters. You get all those adapters with it. You get those two cables with it. I don't have the tie on this one, but it's just a cable that goes, well, it actually will plug into both my charging units. Not sure if that's the size for the laptop or not. We'll find out. But you have all these adapters, so for different devices and laptops and whatnot. So we'll see. It's an older model laptop, so I know they aren't quite as energy efficient. We'll see how it does. We get the panel all laid out here. Okay, it's laid out, and I'm sure the light. Whoa! Wow, that was exciting, huh? Gangster giggles over there laughing. So anyway, let's try the my ham radio charger and see what it has to say. Oh yeah, without no problem. I don't know if that's showing up on. I'm trying to shade it, but the power light's on. It's on good and bright. So I'm sure it's charging just fine. Not a problem with that. And I figured that wouldn't be an issue. I really don't figure the other one's going to be an issue. It puts out 18 volts, which doesn't scare me because that runs on a 10 volt adapter. That doesn't scare me because it will go down, you know, from the load. So I'm not too concerned about that. This runs on 12 volts. Let's see if we're getting anything on our screen here. I think I might need an adapter for this because that fits awful loose. Oops, I wasn't even in the right plug. Alright, let's try this with some brains involved. Alright, I don't know if you can see that screen or not because the sun works pretty good. And but it is charging just fine. It is charging at 500 milliamps, so I'm going to add in a second battery and see if it tells me to bug off. No, I show it charging both banks 500 milliwatts, not even a problem. Not even a problem. Or milliamp hours. What I meant, milliwatts. What am I thinking? So yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's charging at 1 amp technically. So 2 batteries. I know the batteries work off of separate circuits on the inside here, so it doesn't drop down to 250 per side when you are charging 2 batteries at once. It is separate. It is 500 milliamps. Per bay. So now for the big test, and I don't know if I see this happening. I will be impressed if it does. So we will one-handed. There we go. We got the battery out. This other cord out of the way. Let's see if this happens just to be the right adapter. It fits a little loose, but I think it'll work. All right. It's not the fanciest laptop, but it works. I get a little blink out of it, but let's try putting an adapter in it and seeing what happens. Because that was an awful loose connection there. That one fits a little more solid. Yeah, I still just get a little bitty blink. That doesn't mean it won't charge though. It just won't run it without. You unplug it. Put the battery in it. Plug in and see what the charge status is. Because even if it won't run one, it doesn't make it useless as long as it's a charge. And if you can see with the damn sun glare, the charge light is on. In fact, it showed it. It started showing it. I'll do it again. Not sure if you guys can see that. I'll try to focus. The sun is a pain in the butt. Hopefully the wind's not so bad. But anyway, I'll unplug it. I'll plug it back in. It shows charging and kicks over to fully charged. Now what we're going to do now that the battery's in it, we're going to power it up. This thing has a bad battery. It will run for a little while, but the battery just will not last very long on it. And so we're going to see what happens. We have lost, during boot anyway, we have lost our charge indication. You see the power indication on, but the charge indication is gone. So let's get it booted, and we'll see if we can gain back that charge. Sometimes you need just a little bit of help in order to keep something going. It is loading up Windows. And you know, I'm not directly angled into the sun either. That does make a difference. As soon as this thing gets booted up, we'll find out if we can just get the charge back by unplugging and plugging back in. Then we'll check by angling the panels directly into the sun.
It didn't do this.
Okay, it is up. I still show an indication, but it's a little dark. So, let me go ahead and pull that and plug it back in and see if we can get a charge indicator. And we do not. So, remove all these and raise these panels up a little bit towards the sun and see if that does it. Yeah, I am not seeing a charge indicator. Yeah, so I would say for most devices this is good to go. And it would probably power a netbook, but it just ain't having this laptop. But it is an older... Can you hold that up just like that? Yeah, it's just not having it charging this laptop. Just ain't gonna do it. Howdy. So, we'll try to make sure we didn't pop anything. Ah, there it went up. Making sure it went up. I don't know if I had a bad connection there or... Okay, Okay, let's plug this back in and try plugging that laptop back in. It may have a regulator inside of that control box there that it could have possibly kicked out, because I didn't right away have anything. So we're going to try this. If I can find the stupid charge port in the back. And no. So let me power down. Let me shut down the laptop. And we'll see if the charge indicator comes back on. That's the mean machine that Jen uses. Yep, and almost immediately that charge indicator came back up. So it's just not enough to run this thing. It's enough to charge it, which is better than nothing. But it just doesn't quite have it to run it. So, but I would say that's not too bad. Just the fact that it will charge that battery, you know, that it will charge it enough to bring that indicator on, shows that it's quite capable of charging it. So I would think that it would work fine with a netbook, or even maybe even a newer laptop that is a little more efficient. I think it would do the trick though for what most people would need, at least on a small scale, a small portable scale, because that thing, when you fold it up, it's nice and neat. You can tuck it right into a bug out bag, and you're good to go. So, and this one doesn't come with the connectors to charge a car battery with, but that would be easily enough made. You can buy the cable clamps at Walmart. You go back to where the batteries are sold, and you can. Most Walmarts I've seen have those clamps in stock, so that's not a big deal. Just get you a couple of wires, get a plug that'll fit in there, and wire it up. The center pin should be positive on this. The outer pin should be negative, for those that know what I'm talking about. But the panel folds up real easy, real nice and compact. And like I say, it'll fit right in a bug out bag, and you'll be good to go. So later on I'll be doing some testing on how long it takes to charge like an 18650. How long it takes to charge a UV5R Plus from a dead battery. So, but that will be for a different day. So, all right. Well, I hope that gave you a little bit of an idea of the All Powers 18 volt 28 watt portable solar charger.